Alrighty. Let's play some Magic, eh? Today, gonna be trying a different deck. This is the deck that I was high on until they banned Up the Beanstalk as the best deck of the format, and that is a Yuna Reanimator list. This one is Yuna with Red Overlord. So, if you didn't know, Yuna is a legendary creature that reanimates an enchantment from your graveyard. You use her with lots of big enchantment creatures to cheat them out, basically. Red Overlord is the reason you're in red, and this one basically deals 4 damage to a target, which Yuna sees that and gives you lifelink as well. So it's a really good comeback mechanic against a lot of the aggro that's going around the format. A bit more of a slower deck, but it puts up big bodies, and I think it's pretty well positioned in the format currently. This list I'm running won an MTGA recently as well, so I'm pretty confident in its ability to do well against a lot of the top contenders right now on ladder. We'll see how we go, though. It's a bit difficult to do new brews in this current format, unless I want to go down to like a Mythic 70 or 80. Alright, well we don't have white mana to cast Overlord, unfortunately. We'll take the starting town, because the starting town will let us get Overlord out. If this doesn't get counted, which it isn't. Okay. This is Overlord, not Overlord, sorry, this is the combo deck. This is Temur combo. So we need to kill Outcast Trailblazer and the Battle Crier. We can only enter one of them though, tragically. We can kill the Battle Crier, though. He's gonna do another plot. Oh, okay. So this is the combo that involves Railway Brawler. That's a nice draw. There's the Yuna. So this will put him on a pretty fierce clock here. Ideally next turn we'll just be able to blow him up with a reanimated creature. And this Torch the Tower just needs to be timed. So there's Trailblazer. We either remove this or remove the Battle Crier. We'll see what he plays next. It's entirely dependent on that. Alright, so this is coming in. So almost certainly we just zap the Trailblazer. That'll stop him from drawing cards, which is a really crucial element for him to be able to combo us here. So there's Devastating Onslaught. Are we dead to this? Yeah. Unfortunately, he had combo. Very tragic for us. Next turn we would have Yuna reanimated. But if he's got it, he's got it. We can't beat that. But game 2 we can make a little different. Seam Rip goes out. We keep Torch. We can look to run High Noon against a deck like this, because what he's going to do is try and cheat a lot of creatures out at once. We don't need Devout Decree against this deck. A Braid is one of our few instant speed interactions, which are pretty important in this deck. Probably Chandra. Clarion Conqueror is in here as a sideboard option specifically to get Izzet Cauldron. jam an early High Noon. We got a 2-drop, 3-drop, 4-drop. I don't think this is a hand worth mulliganing. The elves. Sure. So High Noon can just come down and stop him from going and having like a super pop-off turn. Because this is the Battle Crier. High Noon is specifically just going to hose the Battle Crier, ideally. We will grab that. We might have to play it next turn if we don't hit a land drop. Another Battle Crier. So he's discounted the hell out of his hand. The only problem is he doesn't have cards to play with it. We'll just play Fenrir and ramp. We keep Terra back as just defense. We could attack there. Maybe that was correct to attack there. So that's his only spell he can cast this turn because of High Noon, though. So, again, this mana discount he's generating for himself is completely pointless. We might go for a FOMO. Discard a High Noon. Yeah, we hit the land we wanted. Nice. Alright, I'm gonna swing Terra. See if he blocks this. Nah, he doesn't. I think it's up to us to attack him here. He's looking for a combo, whereas we just want to like mid-range him and beat him down with creatures. So this is just gonna make him a 4-drop. Again, if he can't get her High Noon, we're not really bothered here. So there's a Railway Brawler. I think he can plot, can't he? Yeah, I'm pretty sure plotting is a is an effect he can actually do. Maybe I should have discarded Summon Knights of the Round. Yeah, so he plots there. The Overlord. Alrighty. I think we actually impend an Overlord here. So when Terra can potentially transform next turn, which will be so good. So what I should do is impend an Overlord, because this will be my target for Terra, and we remove one Battle Crier. And I don't want to attack anymore. Alright, we need to dodge Devastating Onslaught here. He hasn't seen many cards, and it's usually a 1 of in the deck. If we can draw a land and keep Overlord and Terra alive, we should be pretty set up here. Oh my god, he has it. Can't be serious, dude. Alrighty. Am I just dead here? Is there anything I can do here? So we block this way, I guess? Yeah, alright. He just had combo. That's, wild. Sure, dude. Man, 2 combos on turn 5. What can you do about that? I've still got my fan on, eh? There we go. Alright, I guess we're running this. It's probably Devout Decree, because we don't actually know what our opponent is on yet. Alright, it's Is It time. Thundertrap Trainer. Alright. I've seen Is It Cauldron start using Thundertrap Trainer again as a way to hit its key pieces faster. It's kind of cool. So we have Yuna combo next turn, hey? Grab a Forest. Another trainer. Hey, I don't think this is It Cauldron anymore. Oh, I should have played it before to get lifelink. That's fine though. Given my fact my opponent's not an aggro deck, I think it's probably fine in the scheme of things here. Scoops it up. So do I take aggro tools out? Was that guy a control list? I genuinely couldn't tell. I don't think we run Decree. Chandra probably has a home against a deck like this. I think Seamrip probably... Seamrip hits non-land permanents, so it could hit Profts. I think it's too early for me to remove Seamrip. Opponent just sat there and let me kill him, basically. Clarion Conqueror is probably a good include. Cut Banishing Light. Chuck in a Conqueror. Probably one less Torch for a Conqueror. I don't know if High Noon's going to be good against this guy's deck yet. I do know Cavern of Souls is going to have a good home though. Ugh, I have to mull this sadly. Tragic mulligan incident. Ooh, we got a Cavern. Probably one of the Yunas goes home here. Another Thundertrap Trainer. Yep. I wonder what he's on. Oh. Now I know what he's on. He's playing the Hellkite, I bet. That's a sick conclusion. Do we want to draw this? Yeah, I think we do. The helmet. See if this eats a counterspell. No, it doesn't. I mean, I'll take the ramp, it gives me more than anything. Draws removal, gets me a land. What's not to like about that? Attaboy. I think it's plains here, so we're on 2 white. Just in case we want to impend the Overlord. Not that I think we will, but... The Rizzler. So he needs a way to give us haste for the helmet to actually have an impact here. Oh, he does. He has it. Oh, he's got... No, he's a splash portal list. I mean, it'll still attach itself to him, right? That's cool. Hmm. So he might have a null. That's kind of the card I gotta be worried about here. So I'm gonna name Avatar, I believe, here. Because we want the flying blockers. If we can get the flying blockers down, they can do their job against the Riddler here. They're just gonna play defense. Another trainer. Soul Guide Lantern, eh? Does this return lands? It does return lands. Surely we hit a land playing Dredge's Insight, right? I'm gonna say we will. There we go. Cannot be counted. The reason we want to play the Overlord there is we really just want to arm the board with these flyers. I think I'm feeling brave enough to swing with one here. What up, my guy? Your tried and true emote? I see. He probably just bins my graveyard here. If he doesn't crack the lantern, I'll probably just, Esper Origins. So priority passes to me, we'll just cast Esper Origins. Get it out of our grave immediately. Oh, I would love that card, please. Please and thank you. I will not play the Conqueror yet. I'll swing at him for 2 more though. We need to keep the flyer blocker. And if he wants to use a spell to kill the moth, I'm not too bothered by that. Dude, Quantum Rizzler's one weakness. One little mothy boy. Oh, farewell. He can't get past it. He's had 3 attacks with this thing now. And I just keep blocking it. So what's in my grave? Alright, so we play the Conqueror here. He has to use the Lantern. He's gonna counter it. Alright. I think that's fine. And we'll play Yuna here now. Yuna won't be able to reanimate anything. He is just going to activate this first. But that's fine for us. We now have an Overlord on the battlefield. Our goal here is just to run over our opponent. We'll use Esper Origins to surveil some cards too for Yuna to hit. Ugh. Well, we don't want either of these. Another Yuna. Amazing. So he's just gonna keep the Riddler here, I think. Oh my god. Alright. I don't think we have any targets, do we? Nah. We got all these Overlords, though. I think we swing next turn with them. Another Riddler. So he gets just... No, he gets... Oh, they activate at the same time. So he draws 3 there. That's pretty good. Another Clarion Conqueror. So we'll swing here if we can. So these creatures will die. I'm not too bothered by that. Because more than anything, I really just want to put a bunch of moths on the battlefield to block. Ooh, very good. Oh, sweet, sweet damage here. We'll play the Conqueror, which will shut down the Lantern again. If he has another one ready to go, he's going to counter that. Sure thing. So he needs to deal with Yuna, but even if he does, these bugs are too much for him at this point. Here's some more bugs, and they're going to get a buff next turn by Esper, Marduin. I mean, too little too late, buddy. Another Riddler. So many cards, holy moly. I mean, he has fire magic, it'll get him there, right? So this is bait. We don't die from this. Ah, okay, he's just gonna Rage Scoop. Very cool. You really can just run over people with this deck. I really thought Yuna would struggle without Up the Beanstalk. But I think Up the Beanstalk getting banned probably just stopped it from being way too good, if I'm being honest. It was probably a good thing it got banned. Oh, there we go. He's got a number, boys. This is what we want. Number 1451. We win here. There's going to be some good points in it for us. We're not winning with this hand, though. Oof. A little better. I guess it's got to be the Plains. Oh, is it green aggro? Llanowar Elves. We just have to zap that. That just has to go. I hope it's not Simic. Simic would make me very sad. Oh, it's Simic, guys. I manifested it. My bad. Ooh, I think we take the Fenrir for the ramp. No good Yuna targets though, sadly, but I still think that's pretty good. Oh, this is about to get so ugly for us. Alright, we gotta hope he doesn't have an Ouroboros in his hand. Ouroboros would make us very sad. Plains. No Ouroboros. I'm begging for no Ouroboros, please. Do not push my teeth in. Okay. We're spared one Ouroboros at least. So I guess Fenrir doesn't make counters anymore. But it also, it's also just going to stay there. Since it won't have its Saga ability anymore. Okay, he wants to keep it. Fair enough. Okay. We'll go for a Yuna play here, I think. This will heal me, and we can bring it back if he chooses to trade into it. Very nice. Seamrip comes in. And it's probably going to be Beastbinder we hit. I very much don't want him to get us with the Beastbinder ability here. Alright, that's annoying. Oh my god, he gets 2 of them. That's wild. He won't tap out. He'll just leave that there. He'll leave at least 1 mana so he can stop me from reanimating anything. Do I draw here? I do. So Fenrir will die, but I'll draw a card at least. I can't hit any of these creatures with that. I guess Devout Decree goes here. Oh my god, no more of those, please. I'm begging. So we need to look for an Overlord and try and draw it next turn. Nope. So this will just get eaten. Oh well, at least we get life for all this. Does he hit Delirium with this? There's land and there's sorcery as well, so and instant. So he's got it. He can make that a 7/7 with Trample. Okay. Damn, those Keen-Eyed Curators come in clutch for him here. I don't really have a choice here but to take 8. I don't want to lose any of these creatures. Oh my god, bro. There's so many lands. Imagine if these were playable cards, guys. Never lucky. What's he got next turn? 10, 11, 15. I think he's got me, guys. We'll give him this one. I can't do anything with this. But we can make some changes to the board now. Split up, easy include in this matchup. Seamrip is really important, so is Torch. What's less important in this matchup is probably a better question. There's a world where I run Beyond the Quiet. I don't think I do, though. I think Split Up will just do the job. I feel like Knights of the Round also is kind of a win more card, personally. Like, if I get to reanimate Knights of the Round, I'll have won the game, but I can say the same thing about White Overlord, Red Overlord. I think I'm happy to cut it here. And I think, look, Banishing Light, I understand why it's in the deck, but I'm pretty sure Seamrip hits most of the threats. Doesn't hit Ouroboros, but again, I don't think that's important when it's sorcery speed. You might as well have a Braid to remove Ouroboros the moment it comes out. I really want to make room for Beyond the Quiet. Ah, man. Maybe Terra. Alright, we'll do this. We'll go with this. See how we go. No. Oh my god. I just want to stay in my hand. I think that's got to be correct. My turn 5 play is probably going to be Yuna. Play something I mill with Dredge's Insight. And split up a board wipe, so I'll rely on that. What's my first land going to be, though? If I play Stomping Grounds, I get green on 2 if I draw a land that I can play untapped and I don't lose 2 life. Otherwise, I have to play Sacred Foundry. Like, I'm umming and ahhing over something that probably won't matter, I think. It's basically, I'm wondering how I can lose the least amount of health to have 2 white pips available on turn 3 for split up. Yeah, actually, I have to shock myself anyway. And we have to grab a land. No matter what it is, we need to take a land. We get no lands, so we'll grab FOMO, I guess. FOMO will discard probably rare... a white Overlord, I'm thinking, just because of what I've been dealt with color-wise at the moment. I'm more likely to win Penned this on 4 than white Overlord for now. Now that I've got that, though... No, white Overlord can be the play. Because if he plays the 3/3 that exiles, and I don't have Overlord of the Boiler Biggles in my hand, I'll be in trouble. Unfortunately, it looks like tap land next turn. Alright. So I could go for a split up here. It's a little cheeky. I think I can get more value from split up later, though. So we'll impend Overlord. I don't know what the target will be, though. I think it's got to be the Genomorph. Just the annoying evasion it gets. Next turn's probably going to be a split up turn. I'm trying to lure him into playing into split up. Yeah, there's uppies. So we have to split up that. So our plan here is to... Oh, but he's gonna hold up counter magic. That is so annoying. I'm gonna avoid the damage if I can. Alright, I don't have a choice here. I've got to play around Repulsive Mutation. Oh my god, does he have it? Or is he just hitting my graveyard? Alright, we're in the clear there. We'll get life off this too. So I guess his goal is just to remove credible threats from my deck. There will be a target next turn for Yuna, no matter what he chooses. It'll either be Seam Rip or it'll be FOMO. Alright, it'll be Seam Rep from the looks of things. And that life gain we're getting here should help offset the damage we're about to take. Nope, he wants that 5 mana. Surak? And the Rizzler. Okay. So Surak will become a 5/4. I'm gonna name Human here because I'm more likely to play the second Yuna. So this will draw him a card and put a 1/1 counter, but I need to stem the bleeding here. I think this might be one of the tougher matchups for this deck. He's got a lot of good tricks that he just naturally runs. It doesn't feel unwinnable though either. Oh my god, another one. And the Beast Binder. We're going to be taking some damage. Down to 5, I guess. So he can hit... No, he can't hit his Delirium, whatever you call it. I'm dead as hell here, I'm pretty sure, though. So we lifelink... We lifelink here? Is he going to buff it and trade it? He's going to take the damage. We'll replay Yuna. And sadly, we do not have targets. If he's got one removal spell, I think we're done here. Rot-roll. Oh, okay. Ouroboros. It's over, guys. He'll get past that, because he'll use Beast Binder on one of the two, and I won't be able to stabilize. Alas. I think, just thinking that through, Simic might be the toughest matchup. That could also be Cope. I could be coping big time. But I'd like to think that Simic's the toughest matchup. They don't have to change their deck much to get through that one. Okay. Nice. Oh, I love both of these cards. Do I just leave them both on top? I think I do. We'll draw Joshua next turn and play him. And we'll keep that Dredge's Insight in our hand too. The nice thing about Joshua, it has 4 health, means Lightning Helix isn't going to do anything to him. If that's what our opponent is on. bin both of them. Why not? Maybe we bin Seam Rip. Yeah, we'll do this. Get lost. Alright. Devout Decree has targets this game too. We love to see it. Alright, so is this 4-color control? Am I just going to be miserable? We're going to find out in a hot second. We'll bin that. We want to look for Cavern of Souls, or any land really, so that we can play Yuna. Let's see if he lets me have this. I suspect this is getting counted. He's letting me have this. That is mental. FOMO in the bin. Like, if I'm him, I'm normalizing that in a heartbeat. Like, even if he kills it now with, like, a Get Lost or some equivalent, like, it's still card advantage for me. Which, as a control player, I don't think he really wants, to be honest. Hey, Friday Night Magic Crusader. Is this standard? Sure is, buddy. Everyone's favorite and least favorite format. I think if you ask the average standard player if standard is great, they'll tell you how much they love it, but also hate it at the same time. I myself also would say I have a love-hate relationship with standard. Oh my god, alright. What do we do here? I'm almost certain opponent is holding a board wipe. Like, he's definitely daring me here to get me with Yuna. So we'll dredge his insight. If we hit Knights of the Round, we might play Yuna. Oh, give me that Cavern. Give me that Cavern in a heartbeat. Yeah, Cavern of Souls got reprinted in Ixalan, actually. I think they've been very consciously making an effort into trying to print cards that, you know, are fan favorites into the format. So, like, this guy's on control, and he's probably molding because I've got a Cavern of Souls, but... Alright, we gotta go to him. And we'll grab Fenrir here. Because I suspect he's gonna board wipe us, so my preference would be to simply get some value now out of this. Thin our deck out as well, of basics. Like, if he board wipes here, Fenrir is the correct choice. Well, he didn't board wipe here, which is surprising. But even then, we've got two creatures that are about to get buffed by Esper Marduin. We got him on a 2-turn clock right now. Authority of the Consoles. I'm not really bothered by that. So this is 10 damage right now. So if we find a non-land on top of our deck, we have lethal here. Never lucky. Sure, why not? Yeah, sadly we're one short. My intention there was to buff them twice to use the Overlord. So we can put them to 1. What are we going to grab out of the grave is probably our next question. So we'll thin the deck out again. And I'll grab a FOMO, I think. because the card we get, you gotta remember, is gonna have a finality counter on it, which means if he does wipe the board, we are losing this. Whereas, if we grab White Overlord, it gives him 3 life, they all come in tapped, he wipes the board. Whereas FOMO at least lets us sculpt our hand. We have lethal next turn if he doesn't wipe the board, regardless of what target, of what he has. You know? So it's probably better we lowball him here. Meringue River Region. What does he bounce? Yuna? Sure. So that should be lethal now, because Spanishing Light there will let us get past this. Didn't even need the... and we'll impend this, so it doesn't trigger Authority of the Consoles. Not that it matters here, since the 1 life would have been inconsequential there. We've been Seamrip, we've been Torch. Against this opponent, we definitely want the Planeswalker. Our spot removal is substantially weaker. Devout Decree doesn't hit Meringue River Region. It hits Shiko. I don't know if he's the Shiko variant or the 4-color control variant. If he's the Shiko variant, Ghost Vacuum becomes really good. High Noon is genuinely alright in this matchup because you can kill them with the burn damage it inflicts. Don't want to bin anything else. Well, the Braids, I don't think our spot removal is really hitting much against this opponent. We're very all in on our opponent not playing creatures. It's a bit of a risky play to have this to keep this sideboard basically, but if our opponent plays as slow as they did that game, we probably are alright. We got a Cavern in the opening hand, that's great. My lordy. Forest Vacuum, please. Ghost Vacuum's primary job in this matchup is just scoop up, stock up when it goes to the graveyard. We'll grab Dredges. We'll get this to the board. Ooh, what do I want? I might grab Terra. Probably name Human with Cavern of Souls next turn, if he doesn't tap out. Alright, so there's stock up. So Ghost Vacuum's just going to hoover that up so he can't recast it later. For those of you who don't know, this Jeskai deck, if he's playing the one I think, runs a creature that can replay a card from the graveyard with mana value 3 or less. And stock up here is one of the best targets they have. So we'll just hoover that up. Ooh, starting town, nice. We'll go Terra. Oh man, that Chandra would have been nice, but alas. So having 2 red Overlords really makes me want to change tact here a bit. I'm thinking Cavern of Souls, naming Avatar, and we're just going to start trying to deal burn damage to him. Scariest card he could play here is probably Beezer. So he's going to float. Which means Cavern of Souls will be really good if he doesn't spend mana this turn. He's going to remove that with Helix. Go for it, buddy. It's yours. Because Terra isn't a... yeah, because Terra isn't a... an enchantment for Yuna to reanimate, we can pretty safely hoover her up with the Vacuum and replay her later and also gain a life. So... And now he's probably holding counter magic, so our goal here is going to be name Avatar and just start slinging damage at him with the Overlords. So he can do that if he wants. That doesn't really bother me. Like, the point here is that we're just burning him. He can remove every threat we play. I'm not too bothered by that. Rediscover the way. Alright. This is going to draw him a steady stream of cards, but I think we let him keep this. Because we need to use Banishing Light on a creature if we can. We'll pick up Lightning Helix. We don't want him to heal. If burn is our way out. We'll do it to him again. Don't see why not. He can't counter it. Deal another 4. Gives us the window to play the tap land as well, and we say go. What do we want to hit here? We probably don't want to hit our overlords, even if we can bring them out with the vacuum. Oh, but that would be so good. So I'm imagining a world where I use one of the overlords. I hoover up the overlords with Ghost Vacuum. And then bring him out with the vacuum. That could be so nice. Is this discard up to 2? Alright. We'll play Esper Origins here now. Whoa, let's draw that, actually. Actually, no, let's not draw that. Let's put that in the grave, and we'll grab that with Yuna later. We'll play slow. I see no reason to play threats yet. He's holding No More Lies, which is basically counter target spell unless opponent pays 3. So I'm very cautiously playing around that to just make it a dead card in his hand. Like, he can draw all these cards, but if they're bricked in his hand, it doesn't matter how many more cards he has than us. This Ghost Vacuum's job is just going to be to deny him from ever getting value from Shiko, the dragon. Meringue River Regent is the scariest card he could play here, but even then it's a slow clock. Authority of the Consuls comes down, that's fine with us. The other card we got to be careful of is Tishana's Tidebinder. We would very much like him to not be in Tishana's Tidebinder mana. That's 3 mana, and it'll counter an activated ability. So we're just going to eat that stock up again. We named Avatar, didn't we? I'm tempted to impend the Overlord. My concern is it lines up for a board wipe with the red Overlord. So what I might do instead is just play Esper Origins. Ooh, summon Fenrir. That's fantastic for us. So we'll get some more card advantage, which we very much like. We'll use some map tokens here, see what we get. We want to hit Yuna and Cavern of Souls so we can name human. Hey, there's Yuna. Alright. We won't spend that last map token yet. So we have a 5/5 on the board now. Opponent doesn't have enough mana to Meringue River Regent and hold up a good counterspell. And by good counterspell, I mean a hard counterspell that would stop me from playing Yuna if they played Meringue. So there's Beezer. Alright. So he's holding up mana for 3 steps ahead. See if he wants to take this damage. Oh, we hit Cavern, guys. That's huge. That is actually massive. I'm thinking I'll use that to bring in Knights of the Round if I can. So he's gonna block. Alright. See if he counters this. I don't think he will, though. I'm still very cautiously trying to play around Tishana's Tidebinder here. Because the scariest thing that could happen here is I play Yuna. On the end step, he uses Tishana's Tidebinder on the ability. He doesn't need to pay the ward cost because it's an ability trigger. And then he just wipes the board next turn. And then he also hits the red Overlord. So I think I need to stagger my interaction here. Like, I'm presenting a decent enough board that he has to do something about this. Like, I suspect this will be a board wipe. Meringue River Regent really doesn't want to bounce any of these cards either. He's going to consult the star charts kicked. That's a bit of a desperation play. Alright, it looks like next turn we'll be able to really turn the heat up on him. Because that doesn't leave him with much mana to do more than one more thing. Alright, so that's the board wipe. That's fine. I'm gonna hoover up the red Overlord. So I suspect he doesn't have more than one of those. That's the only card that can kill Knights of the Round, for the record. So we're gonna go Yuna here. He'll get some life, that's fine. We'll play the land tapped. We'll end our turn. I will grab red Overlord, I think. Because I want to do the damage to him. So let's split up, that's fine. And there's the Meringue, which will bounce my 2 permanents back, it looks like. He taps out to do that. We might as well get rid of a Consult the Star Charts here. So we'll play Banishing Light. We'll go Ghost Vacuum. We might tap out here. We won't discard. And we'll Impend Overlord. Did you just pass priority? Why did I get stuck there? That was weird. Hopefully we can flip Joshua. So he's got another Meringue here. Oh, he's got Jeskai Revelation. Alright. So he returns that to my hand. Meringue comes down. It's probably going to bounce the two... So this is like Jeskai control without Shiko. It's the 4-color list without the 4th color. So now we know he has that, we can respect it. And it also means we probably cut Ghost Vacuum from the deck. This probably gets 3 steps ahead. Nope. Okay. If he's got another Jeskai Revelation here, we're probably donezo. Helix. Feels so good, chat. I think he's got us this game. It's timer. Ugh, I've spent more time than him. I want to see if I can scout out a, If I can scout out a Tashana's Tidebinder, that would be great. Oh my god, no more lands, please. I can't have many left in my deck. Actually, we're going to set up for a fear of missing out to draw me cards, so we'll play every land we get still. I won't bluff it. I think we're about to get a double Jeskai. Nope. Ugh, I think that's game. Oh, he's gonna draw it. Oh, yeah, right. If it's in exile, I don't think he can play, Oh, you can play the creature half. Ah, it's so Jova. Alright, that was my last threat there. Okay, so we know what our opponent is on now. I think creatures matter more than Ghost Vacuums then. I don't think there's any other changes I'd make to the deck though. We'll roll with that. Are we winning, son? Get back to me after this game. And I'll let you know. Bro, I see Cavern of Souls and I snap keep the hand. This guy isn't running Demo Field, so we're pretty happy to find Cavern of Souls early on. There's a Yuna. So now we just need to set up a really good Yuna turn if we can. I'll take the red mana. Well, you are going against Gatto Salone. You make it sound like he's your Italian cousin, dude. Gatto Puzzolone. That's the guy we send in when someone's winning on a win streak too much. He works for the Mafia. Lands. I want all the lands. Stock up? Sure. We'll just play Esper Origins now, I think. Get it down. Don't need that anymore. It's the Italian version of the Pinkertons? Oh, there we go. So you're saying Wizards of the Coast Italy call your boy here Gatto Puzzolone. Oh no, opponent. I'm getting mana. What are you gonna do? I need to spend it though. Bit annoying. We'll spend it on Dredge's Insight, why not? He heard you talk shit about the Spider-Man set and he's here for your kneecaps. No, it couldn't have been me, guys. I would never. Well, we'll just get all this then, I guess. Alright, opponent. I don't need the lifelink, so I think I would rather force him to deal with this and take 4. Alright, Cavern of Souls. Naming human. Here's Yuna. Counter this, peasant. Oh, he's gonna Kutzel's flanker me. Oh, that's cool. I'll give him that. That's some neat technology. You can only do that once, though. What did we lose? 1 Overlord, 1 High Noon. That's really all I'm worried about, to be honest. We have another Yuna for later. Okay. He's just gonna let me buff Yuna. Very cool. Alright, well, let's see if this eats a good counterspell. We have to use Sacred Foundry here, though, to be able to play this. So, if this eats a 3 steps ahead, Yuna reanimates it. It has to be No More Lies. Ooh, nice. That's alright. That's probably why he didn't counter it, because he knows it'll get reanimated, I guess. Consult kicked. Alright. Oh. He's got to have a board wipe if he's doing that. Everyone's saying goodbye to Yuna. Oh, Meringue. Alright. Sure. He bounces his own flanker, I guess. Yeah, fair enough, buddy. Hey, Pokero. Good to see you again. Welcome back to the stream. Hope you've had a good day. I'm gonna jam Red Overlord. Yeah, I'm good. Myself? Yeah. Not bad today. Feeling spry. Half decent day at work. Now I'm getting to play my favorite card game. What's not to love, right? Aside from the current state of Standard and VV and and all that. And the ever-encroaching universes beyond into our beloved IP. Nah, if I'm being honest, I actually don't mind universes beyond, but I just know there's people that really hate it. Do you reckon they have room for Kutzel's Flanker and Tishana's Tidebinder? Holy shock. Oh, so he's got Jeskai Revelation. Got it. Okay. Understood. So we put him down to 2. He has to use Jeskai Revelation here. Which I think is still checkmate? No, it isn't. Jeskai gives, Revelation gives life. I gotta remember that. So he goes up to 6. Yuna comes down. And reanimates the Overlord. Alright. So it goes back down to 4 here. So close game. Even though he's on 4 life, he has so many cards. I wouldn't be counting opponent out here. I feel like surveilling that means he's looking for something. So they're split up. I'm glad I did not play my 3-drop. We'll play Clarion Conqueror here. See if he actually counters this. I don't think he will. So this named Human. So the next one has to name Avatar. I gotta remember that. Am I jamming the board? That's the million-dollar question. And the answer, I think, is no. We have 2 flyers, so I do think we have a good chance of lethal now. I guess he uses Monastery here and draws. Or he removes Overlord. Or he draws, like, conventionally. There's got to be the 3 things he does. Okay, he's got Lightning Helix. That is bad for us. Puts him a little bit out of reach again. Another stock up. Hey! Titus and Blossom. Welcome to the stream, my guy. Thanks for the follow. Hope you're enjoying yourself. Oh my god, dude. Wild. Silly ass, haha deck. So it comes down, names Avatar. Hard casts Overlord. Which goes to the Crystal Barricade here, I think. And we don't swing with White Overlord yet, because we can't Alpha Strike. Kind of disappointing that I have to use that there, but that's kind of how it goes. So that's our third Overlord, our third Red Overlord, I think. Red Overlord is the way to win this matchup. Rediscover the Way comes down. Ooh. Currently only missing 4 uncommon and 8 rare wild cards to finish the deck we made last stream. Would you say the season pass is worth it? I am currently level 10. You do get a lot of resources from that. The thing about those passes... So he hits tapped creatures there. The thing about those passes is that you don't get specific cards, but you get lots of cards. It's really good for building a broad collection, but more importantly, with the way the wild card system works is, you just have to open packs to accumulate wild cards, which the pass does. Red Overlords are, after all, just a resource. My guy. Ooh, hold on. Opponent is nearly tapped out. That's fantastic. We can actually play a creature and not have our graveyard exiled, right? I'm seeing this correctly. Why is he good gaming me, huh? What does he know that I don't? He can't cast that, right? Oh, might as well use another map token. Also, welcome to the stream, Lord Solvable. I hope you've solved some good equations recently. I don't know, man. We have to use Red Overlord to heal here. And my god, will we heal. We're up to 14 again. Eat your heart out, bro. We just doubled our life total. Does he good game me there because he has Jeskai Revelation? Is that lethal? I think it is, actually. So he exercises here. Is he sandbagging? So stock up. Ah, okay, nah, I'm gonna die to these prowess tokens. Very sad for me. He's almost certainly got one more way to trigger prowess here. Alas. That was a good game, though. Yeah, bummer. Lethal. Aye! Just couldn't quite find the final bit of reach we needed there. He stabilized real nicely. I think game 2, I should have brought out Knights of the Round. But my, Prowess OP, yeah. Aren't we all sick of Prowess, guys? 7 mana Prowess card still kills me with Prowess. It's still too OP. We like this. Fenrir will get us the red... Oh, we need 2 red mana, actually, to cast that. But we got a curve. Pfft, we can play this. I would like a land. Alright, well, Cavern of Souls is good. That means we can play Red Overlord now. Oh, we're gonna need it, it looks like. This is an aggro deck. Ooh. I don't think this is the best Gene Pollinator target. Put that in the bin. Put that in the bin. We want to hit Yuna. Innkeeper's Talent. Alright, so now I really want to get rid of this Gene Pollinator, I think. Well, actually, I don't have to get rid of the Gene Pollinator, come to think of it. I can get rid of the Innkeeper's Talent with Seam Rip. We won't do it yet, we'll ramp. We gotta ramp when we can. Particularly against an aggro deck that's not gonna give us many opportunities to. I think this turn's gonna be a setup turn for him too, so there's Ouroboros, alright. Bloody hell. That is a horrifying thing to look at right now. That is a very scary prospect right there. So Seam Rip has to come down, eat Innkeeper's Talent. Fenrir attacks, he's just going to let it through. We'll name Avatar. Oh, nice. That's a good find. So Banishing Light is our saving grace here. We're going to take a ton of damage next turn, but... it's also very telegraphed, so our opponent could set up to try and be able to beat it with a protection spell. Esper Marduin's just got to have to block something here to stay for me to stay alive. Ouch. Big sad. Alright. Has he got interaction? If he does, it's game. Oh my god, he does. Brother. Alright. So to beat this deck, Devout Decree goes out. We run on Split Up. We want to run Beyond the Quiet. Knights of the Round is too greedy. We don't need Wide Overlord. We want a Braid to be able to remove Ouroboros the turn it comes out. Torch the Tower can do it too. I don't think Terra actually gets us anything either. Joshua's got is a well-statted creature. Probably one more Wide Overlord, I think. We need to steer the deck towards just spot removal. So that when he has his Ouroboros turn, we're ready for it. Tapped, please. Ugh. I don't want to... I would rather play a starting town tapped later than take 1 damage. That's how adamant I am about not taking that damage. Alright, that's the easiest seam rip of my career. Get the ult. And then Overlord probably zaps whatever he plays next. There's another Drunith, so he's going to get to double something here. Which is very tragic for us. Yeah. Being a cast trigger, I can't actually stop him from doing that. We'll grab Red Overlord, zap the Llanowar Elves. Take 1. No Ouroboros, love to see it. We'll play Summon Fenrir here. Is he going to counter it? He's just going to pour his mana into countering this? Sure. We don't need that. We need anything that isn't a land at this point, please. Yuna would be great. As Surak. Take 3. Oof! The game heard my prayers. No way he's got the counter unless they, like... If he has the counter spell I'm thinking of... Oh no, he's got enough for another... Brother... I mean, it would have counted it regardless of what I played there. Grim. Very grim. Oh my god, Miss Keen-Eyed Curator, it's over, guys. We're sure in the lands, though. Woohoo! Has he got enough? Yeah, okay, so I'm just about to get pummeled in the face in a hot second. He's just going to attack with the Curator and hope I block it. I know how this strategy works. Oh no, he's just going for it. Oh my god, game. Get that! You can't be serious. Oh, we got absolutely served there. Alright, well, that's magic for you. Sometimes you'll just get games like that, I guess. Opponent's just ripping answers off the top today. I don't think I played against a single Simic aggro deck yesterday, and now I'm getting them non-stop. I'm gonna start having conspiracy theories at this rate. Yeah, that's tough. It's a tough matchup. Like I say, I think Simic aggro is probably out the box one of the better decks kitted to dealing with Yuna right now. You got that graveyard hate, you have interaction. The creatures that when you remove them as well generate value. Ouroboros is so nasty if it's played on turn 4. I don't know how I feel about this hand, but Starting Town will do a lot of fixing for us. The bird. He gave me the bird. I played Dredges instead. Yes, please. Ooh. I don't think I need to remove that yet, but I'm gonna need to remove it pretty fast. We'll name human. Not that it matters at this point. And we'll grab a forest so that we fix this Verge. Hello. So Vondam here is probably our prime candidate to eat a seam rip soon. Especially if they get big. Ooh, dry pass, eh? Should I be worried? This can name Avatar. We'll go to combat, see what he does. If I can remove Savondum here through combat, I'm pretty happy. So we play Seam Rip here and we take 1 from impending the Overlord. That doesn't really bother me. Alright. That should be good. Opponent's stuck on 3, it looks like. Never mind. Shouldn't have said anything. Oh, thank God I got flyers out. So I won't get to draw, sadly. Well, he's tapped out. I think this is my Yuna turn. Maybe we'll get a funny, It's your girl, Summer 1. Thanks for the follow. I thought it was, oh, if you're in America, isn't summer over? How was work, sweet? I think we'll just do some ramping again. What could go wrong? Not in America. Well, there we go. If you're Southern Hemisphere like me, yes, Girl Summer is about to start, guys. Get excited. I only made that assumption because I've had a lot of Americans in the chat recently, so... I think something about being Australian and streaming at night draws a lot of Americans who are staying up in the middle of the night. Also, where did my creature go? What the hell? So if he attacks with Elegy Acolyte here, we just kill this thing, right? It's like too dangerous to stick around. Is this an honest-to-goodness unit deck? It is! We're all about playing Yuna. We have 4 of her in the deck, and we're bringing in the nastiest things she can resurrect in Standard. Okay, that had to die. Elegy Acolyte is such a problem if I let him have that. Let's do Esper Origins first, and then we'll use the maps. So I'll surveil that, and then I'll draw it and be able to play it. Don't even think it matters too much, but we'll choose Avatar because they have a lot of double pips. Oh, we got another land for our trouble. You're from the Philippines? Ah, yep. Then you're very used to a hot summer then. I feel like Philippines and Australia both share the same pain of very hot, humid summers. Where I am in Australia as well is towards the north. So we're close to the equator too, so I feel your pain. It's spring where I am, and today was a 30-degree day. Yep, we really do. So I think he's like a life gain deck. This is kind of cool. So Pokey Rogue, by the way, if you were looking for what life gain decks look like in Standard without cats, this is a great example. It's 31 degrees here? Yeah, so it sounds like you and I... It was 30 degrees today, so... we have pretty similar days, it sounds like. Meanwhile, here in the south of the country, we're being threatened with 100-kilometer winds. Yeah, I heard it's getting hectic down south. Are you guys alright? Stay safe, Jesus. Also, good to see you again, egotistical bastard. I think we need to get rid of that. No, I should have used the mana from... Oh, no, I did. Okay, cool. We don't need the land anymore. Yeah, alright, this has to go. Sadly, we cannot use Dredge's Insight anymore. I'll be honest, I followed for Fleam. I hate so much when I beat a Fleam deck. I'm sorry, Fleam. It feels like animal cruelty, huh? I was playing Fleam the other week. I think Fleam is just having a few problems in the meta right now, sadly. Man, having multiple Fear of Missing Outs in your hand always feels bad. I'll get rid of 1. Fleam is adorable? Yeah, I know, right? They tried to, like, ham-fist us loot. And the community wasn't having a bar of it. And then, like, Fleam comes along and everyone loves him. Hashtag finding Yuna. Yeah, she's in the deck somewhere. She's got a lot of good targets to reanimate now. Oh, yep, there's the Ajani's Pride Mate. I hope you're here, Pokerogue. This opponent clearly is your champion today. We love that, though. I think we'll hit Yuna off this, right? Nope. Why would we do that? Opponent on all basics is absolutely killing me. I'm sorry for your loss. Well, we'll take that. So, Banishing Light doesn't hit the tall creatures that our opponent is going to play. I'm so sorry, Girl Summer. Just chuck in Chandra. Chandra is so fun to play with. This is honestly one of my favorite Planeswalkers of Standard right now. Devout Decree goes. We chuck in a Braid, probably. Oh, but I really want the Exile trigger. I think we roll with this, maybe. Oh, Banishing Light, sorry, we want. And we probably bin Chandra, sadly. It's Selesnya and Rakdos mana base suck right now. Yeah. Selesnya players have it real tough right now, I'm not gonna lie. I play quite a lot of Selesnya, so I totally understand where you're coming from. We have the Verge, and it's like our only dual land. Right now, I mean, I can play the Selesnya land base here because I'm playing, like, the Shock land that's red and white as well, which activates the Verge. So I get a bit lucky. Selesnya Rabbits. Working on crafting 0 rare decks for newer players to use and get wins. Ah, yep. Yeah, no Fossil Shocks anymore. Though that'll change with Lorwyn, at least. Selesnya gets its Shock land back next year, at least. And when rotation happens, whenever that is, it will also mean that Selesnya will get to keep its Shockland a little bit longer than everyone else. Well, the ones that didn't have their Shocklands this year, anyway. There's Pride Mate. Looking at you, Blooming Marsh. Yeah, that card is, you have to kind of remember it's around, hey. Will opponent gain life more than once next turn? Alright, we'll go Terra. Hopefully you can mill a good target. We do. We'll grab that Banishing Light. That'll probably be one of our plays next turn. Does Fleam have a soul? Look, if you can use Go for the Throat on Fleam, I think that qualifies him as having a soul, right? Oh, damn. Alright. Savondum's back. He is baby. All he knows is eat hot chip and tell lie. This is Ward 2, isn't it? Yeah. We gotta put up blockers, I think, unfortunately. Friggin' Go for the Throat. Oh, I mean, we're being technical, right? That's, you know. Not that I would ever use Go for the Throat on Fleam, you know, but just saying. If Fleam has a throat, he has a soul. Uh-oh. I think I'm about to take a lot of damage this turn, guys. I'm honestly surprised the Soul Taker Vero deck is rocking best of 3 considering the amount of graveyard hate in it. It's because it's very fast. The deck thrives on basically being able to do its little combo before the graveyard hate tools come down consistently. Alright, what's Yuna bringing out? Yuna's gonna bring out a White Overlord, it looks like. Or will she? I think Banishing Light is a better play here. Because we go Banishing Light, we grab this, we pay the ward cost. We deal with one big threat. Vondum will trigger, that's alright. We're gonna get rid of Vondum, put him into exile. Alright. And then next turn we'll stabilize with Yuna. They have Sultai Saga, yeah, Heritage Wreck. They also have, yeah, a lot of ways to very consistently mill. Oof. This is a close game, but I think we can clinch this. Oh, we don't need that anymore. So Yuna comes down. Yuna's going to grab White Overlord. Beautiful. We're going to get some life. We're going to make a board. Alright, this should be tough for opponent to deal with. Voice of Victory, that's fine. Oh boy, another Sheltered by Ghosts. What's that targeting? Next turn we can hardcast White Overlord. Yeah, I'm thinking that. The opponent is so committed to getting Vondum down. I mean, I'll block this. I would have thought he'd eat the White Overlord here. I can block this too. He'll get a card ultimately from Halea. And he'll get a robot from the Elegy Acolyte. That's fine. Let's go for Insight. Let's buff up the Overlord and swing with it. Oh, beautiful. That's such a sick draw for us. So because we milled that, we're going to want to play that on end step and zap Elegy Acolyte, which means we need 2 mana open to make sure we do that. So I don't think we'll play White Overlord. I'll mill that too. Treasure's Insights. Oh, I did not mean to grab that target, but we'll take it. That's fine. We'll swing with Overlord for 8 lifelink trample, which should help stabilize us. I mean, I'll trample over this. Yeah, alright, this should be a good stabilize here. So when Vondum dies, just put an exile while its power is 4 or greater, destroy up to 1 target non-land permanent. He is tapped out. But I still think we hit Elegy Acolyte. We'll pay the ward. Elegy Acolyte dies. Seamrip comes down. We'll eat Vondum. Now Vondum will trigger, but because my enchantments have ward 2, he can get his Vondum back, I guess. But I don't think that's going to be too relevant here. He can't target the Overlord because of the ward from Yuna. Yeah, that's really good outcome for us. We go from like 6 health to 22 in 1 turn. That is mental. And opponent scoops it up. That was a good one. Very nice. You playing with the cat? Sweet. Hello. What you doing? Are you alright? Okay. We can get dinner soon. Planning to make a 0 rare landfall or Simic Terror deck next. Dude, I love Tolarian Terror. I do have cats. They're currently occupied though, so you'll have to wait until they prowl over near me before you can see them. They're currently playing around in a cardboard box, which is very serious cat business for them. And my partner is also currently teasing them a little bit. You're threatening their sovereignty. They own the cardboard box and you're in their vicinity. You're a sucker for cats, especially fluffy ones. Well, one of them has like fluffy pants. They're both short hairs though. Knights of the Round. I guess we just play Starting Town and chill. Generous Plunderer. Oh, we got a chef here, guys. Opponent is cooking. Oh, sorry, Nightbot did its thing. Wait, let's see. What does that look like on the camera? Oh, yeah, there she is. Hey, you.
She's in her box.
British short hairs? They're just... I think they're just short hairs. We adopted them.
They're moggies. They're domestic short hairs. They're just mixed breeds.
She's got her little box. She's just hanging out in it. Trying to keep cool, I think.
That's not.
Yeah, cardboard boxes are cold.
Have you lived in any cardboard boxes?
Yes.
Yeah.
From the streets.
Alright.
This will probably be one of my last games.
I did not know about Chicago art.
Uh-huh. Oh, he's on John.
Come this way or this way? Come closer.
What?
She's running away. I'm trying to get her in the camera.
I think she's camera shy.
Yeah.
I wish I owned a cat. I could never... I could never mold if I had a cat. Yeah, they're really good ways to prevent you from popping off.
Actually, usually you pop off at the cats.
I don't pop off at the cats.
No, I mean in general, like when they shit on the floor.
Oh, yes. Yeah, except for the part where they make like a mess. Then I guess we'll just jam Overlord, right? If he's just like... I think opponent's like an artifact deck of some kind. Oh, here comes the other cat.
For your audience, so being on pleasure. Which way? To bring her over here.
So this is Suki. She lives up to her name.
She's not even looking.
No,
Wrong way,
she's
miss.
camera shy.
Camera's over there.
She don't know what a camera is. So I think we just torch this thing, eh? Goldvin Hydra. I think he's some kind of treasure deck. So if I had to guess, he's running the biotech specialist. And if we do this, he doesn't get the treasures. Seam rip. I don't think we need that at this point. Possibly weapons manufacturing? Yeah, I think you're right. Another Hydra. And we'll just let him deal 4. I guess we have to impend the Overlord here and just go for the swing for the fences. Once again, finding Yuna, truly. You might be right. We could potentially die is the only problem. So I'm gonna try and go for lethal with the Overlord. I really can't let him have these treasures. I need to keep him off these treasures as long as possible. What's this? Equip for beginning of set. If a non-land permanent left the battlefield this turn or a spell was warped this turn, attach this to... Oh, okay. That's cool. Also, I think I count as your 500th YouTube subscriber. Oh, damn! Do you? Did you subscribe? Thank you! Yeah, you would be then. I was sitting at $4.99 when I checked earlier today. So, congratulations. I can't believe Girl Summer was subscriber number 500. Thank you. That's very kind. So this is 6 to him next turn. It's not lethal though. It's not quite lethal. I should have blocked there. I would have saved 2 damage. Alright. We'll go for Overlord. Swing with the gang. Put him down to 2. Yeah, Rottenmouth Viper is definitely a possibility. If I give him the treasures, I can count on it. So there's Biotech Specialist. This will deal 2 to me. The problem he has is... So this is exactly why I didn't want to deal with Rottenmouth Viper. Oh, this is exactly why I didn't want to trade into Goldvein Hydra. So that he couldn't sack these treasures in response. Because each of these treasures would have been 2 damage if I killed his Hydra earlier, which would have killed me. Now, against this deck, I think weapons manufacturing needs to be... Goodness, sorry. Weapons manufacturing, we hit with Seam Rip, so that has to stay. Devout Decree has a lot of targets to hit in this matchup. I think we keep Banishing Light as well. We probably cut a Torch for an Abrade. Oh, yeah, actually, Clarion Conqueror is amazing in this matchup too. Cut Terra. Yeah, exactly that. So Biotech Specialist is one of the win cons, but Rottenmouth Viper, I reckon, is at least a 1 or a 2 of in this kind of deck. Knights of the Round we don't need in this matchup. People are really keen on Knights of the Round as a 1 or 2 of, but I find I'm cutting it so often. Because the meta is so fast. Like, if I play an Overlord, I win. I think we can keep this. Gonna lurk here, but have fun. Yeah, that's all good. Appreciate you stopping by the stream. If you're wondering, in the future, by the way, I'll also be live tomorrow. I stream Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. Australian time, that is. For anyone who's looking for more Yari in their spare time. I've been told I make great background noise, too. Which I don't know if is a compliment or an insult. Alright, that has to get Seam Ripped, unfortunately. We don't need 2 Yunas. Generous Plunderer? I really like the deck opponent's on. I might try and build it. It looks fun. Do we block here? No, we'll save Fear of Missing Out for another block later. We'll go Dredge's Insight and we'll try and look for a land. Yeah, there we go, nice. Very good. Alright. We'll hang on to a Braid as well. Yeah, so I wanted to keep Fear of Missing Out here to block in this kind of instance. I take more damage this turn than last turn. Alright. We'll take this block. And then we get Yuna out for free here. So this thing's +2/+0 at the moment. Here's Red Overlord, which will let us stabilize here. This creature is so big now, holy hell. Shocks himself. Oh, which lets him wield this. That's cool. Right? Oh, it's an end step trigger. Can we block here? I actually think we take this. He can only kill one of these. And we already have a Red Overlord on the battlefield. We'll Dredge's Insight here and hopefully hit a land. Nice. We'll grab just the untapped land. That's not going to kill me. And we'll impend an Overlord. And this should be left, right, good night for him, I think. Put him down to 8. He's looking down lethal next turn. I think we got him. He doesn't have enough artifacts to be able to win on the spot, I don't think. Burnished Heart. Forgot that was in standard now. Can he exhaust this? He can. I'll take the damage. I think that's all she wrote. I just go to combat here. Oh, is he gonna rope me here? Come on, opponent. Swing, deal 4 to the face. And we'll just chuck the Abrade in for good measure. It's lethal anyway, but... GG! That was a good run. Some good games all around. But that brings us to the end of the stream tonight. Thank you all for stopping by. It was good to see some of you guys, and by that I mean all of you. As I say that, my game is glitching the hell out. But yeah, I'll be live same time tomorrow, and Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday are the magic days. And also, go us for 500 subscribers on YouTube. I'll chuck this as a video on YouTube, I think, too. This is a fun deck to play, and we've got some good games to show off. So, otherwise, till then, I'll see everyone tomorrow or next week. Till then, see you around. Bye.